you guys, but for me, it's the highlight of the year. This is when I get really excited about learning and connecting and everything that comes with collaborating and learning together with educators and EFL teachers, ESL teachers from around the globe. So welcome everyone. Feel free to add to the chat box as we go. I'm not sure who is here. I know Vance is here, and is there a pointer here? There we go. So there's Vance over there. And who else is here? Jose is here from Brazil. Mubarak is here from Morocco. And any other moderator? Because I don't see the list here. Any coordinators? Sorry, coordinators. Any other coordinator, or that's it? Just the three of us, Vance?
I don't see anyone else from the list who's there.
So,
Jose, Nelly, and me.
So on behalf
Hello, I'm here. I'm Sonia.
Oh, great.
Can you hear me?
So, Sonia. Yes, of
I'm just
course.
entering.
We'd like to see you, but we hear you. So Sonia is also here.
Yeah.
And actually, you're my inspiration, Sonia, because I decided not to dye my hair because I love your hair so much. So that's my inspiration. The coordination team has been working really, really hard for the past couple of months. And I'd like to thank everybody for their hard work. There you've got the team. If you have any questions at any time, feel free to contact any of us for help. There are 14 sessions this year. Some of them are returns, sessions that have been going on for a while. I'm not sure what's new this year. I don't think there's a new session. I think most of it's maybe mother tongue used in the EFL classroom. That looks fairly new. But most of the sessions have been going on for at least a year. How many of you, by the way, in the chat box, how many of you have joined? If you're not a moderator, have you joined one session? If you've got one session, add a 1. If you've got two sessions. If more, I think that you should consider sticking to no more than 2. So let's see, you joined 2 sessions. We've got 2 there from Stella and Celine. Anyone else? All right, it's a lot of work. So I think no more than 2. We're going to be going through these with the moderators. Jose, would you like to start us off with ICT for ELT?
Actually, is it okay if Leticia begins?
Sure. Okay. I'm Jose Antonio. Thanks, Nelly. Okay, it's great to be here. I love EVO. I've been an EVO fan since 2006 when I joined in. So it's always a pleasure to begin the year. Here in Brazil, our school year starts like in February. So it's always a great opportunity to refresh, okay, on our knowledge and get inspired for the semester. I'm one of the moderator of ICT for ELT, and the moderator team is Ayat Tawal, okay, and myself. Ayat Tawal is in Egypt. Margaret Jones in the United States. Mariana Smolchak, she's in the Czech Republic. Yeah, and Sonia is in Croatia, am I right? And is Lisa, where is she? I think she's in Croatia too, I'm sorry. And there is Tiziana Angiolini, Serbia. Thanks, Sonia, I'm sorry about that. Yeah.
Yes. Small correction, Mariana is
Greece.
From Croatia.
Croatia,
Mariana.
yeah. I'm sorry about that. Mariana is from Croatia. Thanks a lot, Sonia. So in ICT for ELT is a session for beginners and false beginners in ICT. What we try to do is to get our participants a feel of how you can integrate technology into teaching. So we start with more like text. And the first week is more like an introduction to the tools we use, like Wiki, and we have a Wiki in PBWorks, is where we put our content. And so in the first week, we're going to do its introduction. We use Google Communities as well. So it's a lot of interaction. So in the first week is more like introducing some tools and getting to know the participants. In week 2, we talk a little about mobile learning, so and texting and images and audio. And we get great ideas from our participants because many of them return, for being with us. This year, we have some new moderators that are Tiziana and Margaret. So we're very glad they joined us because it's refreshing to have new moderators on the team. And so 157 members, all right? That's very good, okay, until now. And thanks a lot, Sonia. And so as we move along, we introduce new tools. We have a lot of hands-on activities. We'll have live sessions. The first week, we have a session given by me and Ayat. We're going to talk a little about wikis in education and give participants a tour of our platform, teach them some of the steps, In the second week, we have mobile learning. We scheduled a session with Nikki Hockley. She won't be able to make it, but we'll have a nice session as well prepared by us mods, And we also have another session I'm not going to talk much because I know other people are scheduled to talk. And we have Shelley Terrell in week 4, all right? So this is what we have. But it's always a great pleasure, to receive teachers to be with us. If Sonia wants to say something, okay, I'm done. So it's a great pleasure. Thanks, Ellie and Vance and Barek and all the others that have joined us so far.
Thank you for the explanation, Jose, on ICT for ELT. And you said you've got about 57 participants so far. Is that correct?
157.
157. Excellent. All right. So we're going to continue with Business English for a Better World. Do we have a moderator here? I can't see the list, so Jose or Vance or someone, just let me know if is any. Yes.
Yeah. Leticia. Yes. Can you hear me okay?
Do you see anyone? No. We're talking about Business English for a Better World.
Okay. Can we go to?
I don't think they're going to make it because they have their own session today. So probably busy.
Well, Leticia asked before we got started if she could introduce her session because she has to go, and that's what I was cueing at the beginning of the.
I see.
So when you're ready to move on, you did that. Very good. Okay. Excellent. Mm-hmm.
So Leticia, can you grab the mic? Leticia and Daniela, are they both here or just Leticia?
Leticia was here.
Hi,
Here
Leticia.
she is. Mm-hmm.
I see her, but I don't hear her.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
There we go. Now
okay. Thank you very much. Daniela's probably join us later, but for now she says hello, everybody, and so to all the moderation team and all the participants. We are very happy. It's our, I guess, 4th or 5th year with EVO because we had a session on personal learning network and personal learning environment. I think it was about 2012, so that. And then we had different editions of TechnoClel, one in 2014, and then 2016 and 2017. So we are very happy to join EVO this year as well. Our session is on the combination between technologies and CLEL, which is the this approach integrating content and language. So content and language integrated learning, that means students learning a subject content through a foreign language. It's a methodology that has been becoming more and more popular all over Europe, but also all over the world. And in Italy, in particular, we have a highlight on CLIL because it is mandatory. It has been mandatory since 2010 in all upper secondary schools. And so we have a strong commitment on CLIL. And in particular, we are working on the combination, the link between CLIL and ICT. So our session is hands-on, so guiding participants in finding out the different tools, the potential of technologies, of different apps and tools in order to plan a CLIL lesson with the use of technologies. So we have a model working on the so over the fifth week on different topics, starting from a first theoretical approach to CLIL, and then we go in deeper, more practical with practical activities. And we push our participants towards a peer learning approach, so they are guided to finding out and exploring tools, but also sharing their ideas and commenting on their discovery with the other participants. We also have sort of peer assessment grid, peer assessment tasks, so they had to give feedback each other because we strongly believe in the community of practice. So we had a Facebook group that is now that has reached about 7,000 participants, TechnoCLIL for forever we called it, and the Facebook group is our big community of practice where our participants also from past editions can join and discuss and share their ideas. We have webinars with experts and webinars quite high. So the session, we had 5,000 participants in 2016 and 2017, and they were mainly Italian, but we had also a lot of people from other countries. And so far we're receiving a lot of registrations from people from different countries. So we are very happy that our TechnoCLIL is becoming more and more global. We've been also publishing different articles and different papers, and we've been giving also conferences on to spread the word about TechnoCLIL and of course about EVO, because in Italy it was not that popular, and so we have this sort of merit to spread not only TechnoCLIL, not only our session, but also all the other EVO sessions, because we strongly believe in EVO. So we invite all participants to join us in Facebook, first of all, because Facebook group is the channel where we put all the different news and information, but also on the Moodle, of course. And we're going to start today, later on at 6 p.m. CET, Central Europe time, with the opening webinar with Inspector Gisela Langer from Italy, and Mary Carmel Coonan, who's a professor at Kickoff University in Venice, was one of the first professors in Italy to bring CLIL into the Italian academia, into Italy in general. So I'm going to leave the floor to Daniela to add something more.
I think Daniela is away. It says away under Daniela for some reason. Daniela, are you able to speak? Okay, I think there may be a problem there. Vance, do you see that? Away for Daniela?
Let's see, Daniela.
Okay, we're going to continue.
Yes, it says away.
Do you see away?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you too. Okay, I thought it was just my eyes were deceiving me. Okay, we're going to continue. If Daniela wants to say something later on, we'll come back. I'm going to go through the list, and then if there isn't any representative, we'll come back. I believe there's no one from Business English for a Better World, so we're going to continue. If worse comes to worse, I'll speak about it. Classroom-based research. Any moderator like to speak, please grab the mic and talk a little bit about your session. There are so many on the moderating team. My goodness, I think this is the #1.
Yes, this is the largest team, I think.
Exactly.
Moderators.
I don't see your name here. Amazing. It must be from people around the globe. Oh, Richard Smith, isn't he here today? I don't see anyone here, right?
I believe
okay, so let's continue.
Kind of directing that.
Turn up. Teacher trainer. Anyone here from teacher trainer? I didn't see Sue, who's the lead. Oh, Viola. Mercedes. I saw Mercedes. I think she's here. Mercedes, can you grab the mic and tell us a little bit about teacher trainer, coach developing the business English professional? She was here. I saw her before come in, but okay. We'll continue. The next one is Uvan. Is there anyone who's here for EVO Minecraft MOOC 2018?
Okay.
Vance, you're here?
Yep, I'm here. And
all right. Okay. So tell us a little bit about Minecraft and EVO.
Okay. Well, EVO Minecraft is something that I started in 2015. It was an attempt on my part to learn how to play Minecraft because I'd been dabbling in it for a long time, but not really learning anything about it. Because the problem with Minecraft is that you need to have a community in order to so I guess it's kind of like playing a musical instrument. It's plucky for a while, but then once you get an audience, it sort of brings things out, and also the community helps you to learn how to play, and you can. It's a perfect Vygotskian scaffolding experience because the people around you are constantly drawing you out, protecting you, building places where you can go to shelter, showing you how to get minerals and resources and how to function. And once you get into a community, you start to thrive in Minecraft. And well, it's not just that we're here to thrive in Minecraft per se, but we want to learn how to use it with students. Was somebody going to say something there? So it's basically a gamification experience. So it's we talk a lot about gamification, but it's gamification is different from games in that gamification is when you actually enter into an environment and use that environment in order to further your learning. Whereas a game might be a part of that environment. You might do that in class for 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 15, and then go on to your other learning. But let's say a badge ecosystem, for example, could be bordering on gamification. If you make it a game for people to accumulate badges, and they do, you modify their behavior so that they try to earn those badges. Well, Minecraft is kind of like that. You go there, you become interested in the environment, and you, as I said, you thrive there. You explore, you encounter things that other people have made. You get to know the people who made them, and it's just like, well, Second Life, for example, where you go and you're surprised that you meet so many people who are into the same kind of learning environment that you are. So once you've entered that environment, then you start putting things together about how you can use that in your regular classroom, your regular job. And I'd like to mention some of the moderators here. Aaron Schwartz at Ohio University is running and maintaining the server. Jeff Kuhn has been someone that I've published with, and he is one of the. He's just got his PhD, and we write a lot. He writes a lot on Minecraft. He's quite articulate about it. Joe Kay is somebody who has a community of Minecraft people. She's from Australia, but she has several. She works with young people online, worldwide, internationally. Dave Dodgson is with the British Council, and he's keeps a blog on Minecraft and other things. Nellie, you might want to mute, because when you're typing, it pulls the video away. And then Jane Chen was a participant last year. She joined us. She was very enthusiastic. She was playing with her son, Matty, and she's from Taiwan. Rose Bard, the same. She didn't know much about it. Now she's a complete expert, and she is also playing with her son, Emmanuel. I got into this because of Mariana Smolcets and her son, Philip, whom I actually went to visit last summer in Croatia. That's how I knew they were from Croatia. So, but anyway, there's another, parent and child team, and I also play. I learned a lot from my son, Dusty, who I join in our Minecraft world. And there's somebody I have to mention, Dakota Redstone and Mircea Petrascu, because both of them are excellent builders. Dakota this time has built a lot of really interesting stuff. When you join us, you spawn, you go into a place where there's a lot of buildings there and tutorials, and a lot of people have set that up. Beth O'Connell also participates in another community somewhere else with Kim Harrison. Kim had to withdraw from our session, but in any event, those are the moderators. And Efrosini from Athens is asking, is it suitable for absolute beginners? Absolutely, yes, it is. I was an absolute beginner when I began. Many of the people, you always are, aren't you? But basically, yes, it's excellent. If you want to learn about Minecraft, you need to get into a community like this, because you are not welcomed usually in communities where there are children, and people just don't welcome other adults there. But if you go to this community, it's people just like you who are trying to learn about Minecraft. Jane Chien is an example. She really didn't know anything about Minecraft last year, and now she's a moderator. So yes, we can help you. There were a couple of people in our sessions who were here. Don Carroll was here earlier. He's joining us as a rank beginner. And who else did I see? I saw Beth. Beth was there as well. I don't know if she's still here. I don't think so. I'm looking through the list. So I guess unless someone has other questions, then Don is there. Yes, Don, please come online and tell us briefly, in 1 minute or less or more, why you joined us. I was talking with Don earlier. I know his audio is working. Yes.
Hello?
Hello. Who have we got?
Hello. Hi, just got in. I was having trouble there.
Okay. All right. Well, I was trying to get Don Carroll, one of the participants who's just joined us in Minecraft, to say something about it. Your mic apparently isn't working, so we might have to pass on. But trying again.
No, I'm just a moderator in Team of Flip Learning.
Can you let us try to talk to Dawn?
I'm not sure I understood that. Maybe
Yeah.
she's the moderator of another session. Is that it? Maybe. All right, thanks. Do you want to add anything else?
No,
Because
I
if
think...
not, I have a question, if I may ask.
Okay, go ahead.
I have a question that I've been trying to figure out. I'd like to teach young learners how to use my web. I don't have to teach them; they can teach themselves. But to
They can
teach
you.
English through Minecraft, and I wanted to know. I mean, to teach ESL through Minecraft, and I wanted to hear from you how relevant is it? Because from my experience, I couldn't see the connection. I couldn't see how they were learning English. Is it through the instructions, which are very simple? Where does English come in, except for a little bit of reading here and there?
It comes in. You can read. We have readings where, for example, Mariana interviewed her son Philip, who is. Could I ask if you're not speaking to mute your microphone because we're getting some background sound from the person whose video is showing. I'm not really sure who that is. Could you just mute your mic for a moment? There you go. Okay, thank you very much. We're getting a little bit of disruption there. Yes, Mariana interviewed her son Philip about what he was learning in English, and the reason we're so interested in Philip is because at 11 years old, he was communicating with other people in other countries, had his own YouTube channel, was quite into developing his language. His language became fluent. His younger brother Domagoy is also fluent. I think through again activities. He's not that into Minecraft, but basically these kids are meeting each other. They have to explain to each other how to do things. They have to explain things to you because they're going to teach you. You know, so you really interact with people, and they also try to communicate what they're doing. I've got a student in my classes who made machines, and I got him to show me how it worked. He built a house. I asked him to describe it, things like that. But mainly it's the interactions with other people in their community of peers that draws out the language, and that really has visible effects on someone like Philip, who wrote an article for TESOL Journal, TESOL EJ, I should say, and you can read about that. It's in our, if you go to our
so it's
pages.
not really in Minecraft. Minecraft doesn't do it. It's the interaction with others that does it, not the actual Minecraft.
Well, we talk to each other in Minecraft.
Platform.
There's a text chat in Minecraft, so you would get some there, but I think the real benefits come from interacting with people around the game of Minecraft.
Right, thank you. We're going to continue, if that's okay, to the next session, and that is, are you a fair tester? I don't know, this is the second year for the fair tester. Last year was called something else, but the same moderator. Is Maha here, Maha or Aya? No, right, so we're going to continue to the next one, and the next one looks funny. Oh, there it is. It's flipped. Anyone from Flipped Learning?
Yeah, this is me, Diana Salazar. I'm one of the moderators.
Great.
So hello, everyone. Our Flipped Learning session has a very important goal, which is showing teachers how we can flip our classes, how we can show content and guide and make more guidance rather than just direct instruction. It's going to be a session of 5 weeks. So if you take a look, I'm just trying to share my screen. But if you take a look, during first week we're going to be doing some introductions. Some of our eager participants have been doing introductions in our Google Plus community. It is that we're getting to know each other. In session for second week, we're going to be given the pillars of fluent learning, so that we are going to develop them. So there are a total of of 7 moderators in our sessions. It is that we show teachers new tools, not just of the technology, but that technology can get us beyond if we do it the proper way. So we're going to we're going to capture content for students. It is that teachers are going to be
I guess something happened there. She lost her audio.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to continue unless it comes back. Flipped learning has also been around. Is she back?
Going back and forth. Yeah. My connection is going back and forth, and sorry for that.
No worries.
If at the end of the sessions, our participants will have mastered the concepts how to flip a classroom. We're going to be giving them tools in order to plan their classes, and we're going to be sharing how is that planning going. And of course, that one of them is going to design a in-class flip by the end of the week. Our moderators are John Graney, my God, Kevin Coleman, Carolina, and Marta, who are part of the coordinators team within EVO.
And John is too, by the way. John's also a coordinator.
Bonnie, do you want to join us or say anything else? No?
Okay. I'll try to add a couple of things. Just this is our 4th year of doing this. Each year we get new people to help us out. So Juliana, Diana, and Katja are all new this year, and they bring a lot of fresh blood to our team. We're going to have some guest speakers for our first week. Robin Brinks Lockwood will be there. She wrote the book Flip It that is specifically for ESL. And Una Cunningham is going to join us during week 3, and she has some excellent articles on flip learning. I believe Diana went through all of our tools. I'll just repeat them. We're using Google Plus for the discussion. Anvil is where we keep our materials and people have access to it, and this comes from Jeff Magoto's colleague for university. So he's the mastermind behind that. And we use Zoom for our weekly meetings. So I guess that's all I have to add.
But I would also like to add that one of our leaders is Katja joined us for the session last year, and she is also being part of the moderators team because she had the experience of being a participant. So she also wants to add up something for the assistants for this session.
So thank you very much from learning. Well, we're going to continue here to Moodle for Teachers, and I guess that's me.
Yeah.
There are 2 moderators.
So you're going both to do 2 tasks, multitasking at the same time.
Well, I'm a woman. That makes it easier, so it's okay. The moderating team, there are only 2 of us. So far, there are over 200 participants, and the numbers are growing. But we've been doing this for about 5-6 years, so it's easy. Everything is ready with Moodle. You just need to reuse it. The sessions, there are live sessions, 5 live sessions. We had our first live event yesterday, a day before, so everybody's busy right now. I don't think there's anyone from Moodle for Teachers EVO 18 because they're so busy interacting. It's a lot of work because of the interactions, but that's what it's about. and that's the joy of learning to Moodle. Learning to Moodle is actually learning to teach online. In this case, it's Moodle, but for those of you who join Moodle for Teachers, you'll be learning how to do other things, how to create video tutorials, how to get your students to teach as a way to learn. And you'll be students in week 1, you'll be teachers with editing rights in week 2. In week 3, you'll be managers, and then you'll be able to, in week 4, you'll be able to create your own lesson or course, whichever you'd like it to be, collaboratively with the other participants. So that's Moodle for Teachers for those who are interested in an amazing LMS. All right, the next session is Mother Tongue Use in the ESL classroom. I believe it's a new session. Is Anna or Georgios here today so they can talk about it? Anyone see them? If you are here, please grab the mic.
Well, Nelly, while waiting for Mother Tongue team, what about your Moodle for Teachers? I just wanted to know if teachers are required to create their own Moodles by the end of the session.
What do you mean? Course on Moodle? You're talking
about the session, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, of course they'll be creating their own Moodle lesson, their own Moodle course by the end. Moodle is a platform that you don't need to have. Your school may have it, but if you want to have your own private Moodle installation, Moodle is installed on a domain. So if you have a domain and you have what's required, you can install Moodle on your domain, and then you can teach on your own. But this is something that you can find out more about. You need to first start as a teacher and manager, and then gradually you'll be able to have your own Moodle. I started my own Moodle in 2003. That's a long time ago.
Yeah, sure.
And I haven't looked back. Moodle is an amazing platform for both face-to-face, blended, and fully online.
Yeah, what about, why is the Q still integrated in the Moodle?
Why is what?
Why is Q?
WizIQ? No, you don't have to have WizIQ. We also have Zoom.
Oh,
Zoom is integrated. Illuminate can be integrated. Actually, anything can be integrated. Any synchronous program can be integrated into Moodle. There's also BB, not Collaborate, but there's BBB, which is Big Blue Button. It's also a platform like WizIQ, like Illuminate, or BB Collaborate. There actually any live online program can be integrated into Moodle. The reason I use WizIQ is because I get it for free, and Moodle's also free, so I don't pay for anything, and everything else costs money, so I can't afford it.
Oh, sure.
So that's why I use WizIQ. All right, we're going to continue then, if that's okay. So that nobody's here from Mother Tongue, is that what you're saying? So we're going to continue. Yeah, Zoom is amazing. I like Zoom very much. QR codes, I'm not sure whether they're here. The team Sybil, they're from Turkey. If they're here, I don't think so, so we're going to continue. This is their second year. Teaching listening, principles, techniques, and technology, I believe is also their second year, maybe their third year. Is anyone here from teaching listening? No. If you are, please grab the mic. Okay, maybe we'll come back. And we have teaching, we've got Rosalind, Rosalind, teaching pronunciation differently. Rosalind, I believe, is here.
Yes.
Rosalind, if you could grab the mic and tell us a little bit about. Yes, hi.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, I won't put the video on because I live in the country and I think we'd get bad connection if I did so. So teaching pronunciation differently, the moderating team is Piers Messam. Piers has a PhD in phonetics. Carrie Terry was...
I'm sorry, I couldn't get my mic working, but yeah, you can go ahead. I'm just representing the teaching listening, as it says, principles, techniques, and different technologies. So looking forward to seeing everyone there. Sorry, it took my microphone wasn't working. So sorry, go ahead.
We'll come back to you, okay? Right after teaching pronunciation, we'll come back.
Okay, can I go ahead now?
Yes, please do.
Please.
Okay, right. So Piers is our phonetician, and Carrie Terry did the session with us 2 years ago, and then last year joined us as a moderator so that she could learn more, and then I'm more on the teaching side. What we do differently in this is, instead of taking pronunciation as imitative, that's to say the teacher gives a model of some kind and the students try to imitate, we work on the basis that it's a motor skill. That's you have to actually do it with your mouth. And so we start from there. That's what makes it very different. So in week 1, we work on pronunciation as a motor skill. Week 2 is particularly about speech breathing, because a very strange thing about English is that when you speak it, you breathe differently from how you would breathe for most other languages. Most languages are produced just on a column of air, whereas English is produced by pulses of air, which are propelled by the abdominal muscles. And this is what makes aspirated P's and T's, for example. Then week 3 is about articulatory settings. I think articulatory settings is something that's been really ignored, and it's such a shame. Just as, for example, if you play tennis, there are certain gestures that you use. If you're fencing, you have a completely different position, and if you're playing golf, it's a different position again. In the same way, languages are spoken from different positions in the mouth. For example, Japanese is spoken with the tip of the tongue against the lower gums, the joint between just where the teeth join the gums, whereas English is spoken in a completely different position. And this is why Japanese people can't make their L's and their R's, because nobody has ever told them to change their position. Then on week 4, we get round to sound and how to teach them. One thing that struck us, Piers and myself, several years ago, excuse me, was we were working with a group of people around the world, and somebody from New Zealand said, I did the whole of my secondary schooling and got to university before I discovered that in French there was an E and an E, 2 different sounds. And somebody from Syria immediately said, well, I had the same experience. I got to university before I discovered that there were 2 sounds, house and horse. Before that, I thought it was 1 sound. Now, this is, it's very easy to get around this problem. What you need is a way of showing all the sounds. And this is what we do in week 4. Each of these weeks, we have a theory section, which explains the theory behind what we're saying. We have illustrations, very often taken from the phonetician Catford. And then the second part of it is always exercises to use in the classroom. And then week 5, the whole week is on the classroom, in fact. It's not a heavy week, of course, because that's not what EVO is all about, but we do work a lot on the classroom. So that's what we're doing. At the moment, we have the most we've ever had, 469 people at the moment, and they're still coming in. And we try to reply to everybody, so this makes a lot of work for us. Last year we had about 2,000 emails over the 5 weeks, so I don't know how it will go this year, but we're in for quite a lot of work, I think. Sorry, I have a cold, as you can see. Okay, so that's, I think, all there is to be said about teaching pronunciation differently. It really is very different, and it works very, very well. So we get a lot of people who come back and say, I want to do it again and get more out of it. In fact, I can see at least 1 or 2 people here. Efrosini has been with us. She was there at least once, and a couple of others as well. So thank you, and that's what teaching pronunciation differently is all about. And I'll turn my microphone off.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Rosalind. Sounds really exciting.
It is.
Okay, we're going to go back now to teaching listening. I believe someone is Jenny. Is that right? Jenny's here.
I'm here. Hi. Sorry about that, everybody.
Hi, Jenny.
Having technical problems on the first day for the kickoff. Great. There's not much to say really. This is the second year that we've had our group, and it's really simple. There's going to be an opportunity for people to put together lots and lots of listening activities. We start with an initial focus on the autonomous learner who listens, so getting learners to think about how they can listen outside of class and designing a scheme which your learners can focus on and use to make sure they become more autonomous learners. Week 2, we focus on the do's and don'ts of typical listening classes. We look at specific frameworks, so everybody starts to design their own framework for listening, their own classes for listening, and we share and give feedback to each other on that. Moving on to week 3, I'm rushing through because I'm not sure my mic will stay. Week 3, then we move into something that's a little bit more beyond simple listening activities and beyond the comprehension approach. So we look at critical thinking and focus particularly on high order thinking skills when it comes to listening activities, which is tons of fun. And then we go into decoding skills using authentic recordings, where we use a ton of technology resources like elo.com and things like that. And then week 5, we try to put it all together with lots and lots of practical activities. So the key focus on the whole course is getting a whole bunch of listening activities, focusing on any listening challenges that people have, overcoming these, and obviously taking a ton of resources back with us into the classroom. So I'd say it's just good luck to everybody. And as it's a MOOC, just make sure if you start it, try and finish. And that's it.
Jenny, you've got quite a few participants so far.
Yeah,
so
we have
really need a lot of moderators.
Yeah, we've got about 400, and we have extra moderators this year. So we're going to try. And what we'll do, like we did last year, is we'll put together Excel sheets of all the resources and all the technological websites and things like that we put together, so we can try and get it all in one place. So we'll try our best, and we have lots of extra moderators this year. Cool.
How many live sessions do you have, Jenny?
Sorry?
How many live sessions do you have?
We have 5 live sessions. The first one starts today. So we finish, the last session is the 5th of February.
Wonderful. Yeah.
All right, we're going to continue. I believe
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jenny. Nevis Teresi is here. So Nevis, if you could grab the mic, and I'll let you speak about teaching EFL to young learners, since this is your second year. Teaching EFL to young learners has been going on for about 4 years, I believe. Nevis, you would know better, since Nevis started out as a participant, and she's been moderating for 2 years now. So Nevis, please grab the mic. Oh, about 4 years ago, right. Yeah, exactly. In 2014, actually, you're right.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Go ahead.
Yeah, I apologise for the background noise, but unfortunately I can't do anything about it right now. Anyway, quickly about teaching EFL to young learners. We have 4 weeks of fantastic opportunities to learn so many things. We're going to be teaching how to use some free tools to create videos. The first week is all about getting acquainted, getting used to understanding and reading some of the theory behind teaching English as a foreign language to young learners and teens. Week 2 is all about using storytelling and drama, and that's going to be quite exciting. That's involving also Judy Wong and Dr. Nellie in that week. That'll be really exciting. Week 3 is all about board games, and that's my week. Cheryl McCoy and I will be co-presenting the live session for that week, and we have some surprises in store. It's changing a little bit from last year. We're adding a little bit more of interactive games. Week 4 is Action Songs and Clill with Charles Gudger. He's in Bologna, and he's the owner of Fun Songs UK, and he'll be teaching us how to use action songs to teach English. Week 5 is with Julie Kakmaz-Breton, and that's all about creating class resources, the maker movement in class, which is exciting and always a great bonus. Then we have the showcase and reflection final to wrap up our session. There's 6 of us moderating this year, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yes. That's Nellie, Charles, Julie, Judy, myself and Cheryl. And we're looking forward. We already have just under 200 participants in our course. And there's a lot going on right now in the Moodle, so we're looking forward to keeping on top of the situation. And that's it from me. Thank you, Nellie, and thank you, Vance.
I wanted to mention that both actually on all the sessions are on Moodle for Teachers. There are badges, weekly badges, as well as the final certificate, but there are weekly badges because Moodle allows you to integrate the badges into the activities. So it's kind of automatic. The system ticks off as soon as you do the activity, as soon as you complete the activity, whatever the moderator decides that the activity includes, the system ticks off that you've done the activity, and then you're awarded a badge. So it's all automatic and really, really exciting. Thank you, Nevis. Let's see, I think, no, we're going to go back. Okay, let's go back and see if anyone, Business for English, if anyone is here. If not, then I can say a few words. Business English for a Better World, these are the moderating team. And since I'm kind of mentoring the session, I know quite a bit about it. Each of the moderators will be leading 1 week. And the idea is not only to teach business English, but to find ways of enriching the business people's lives. So it's actually very, very interesting the way they've set up the sessions. I highly recommend it. I wish I had time, but it's really going to be exciting because it's really for a better world, to make us better people, better teachers as people teachers, and our students, to improve our students' life skills, so to speak. How to be more relaxed, how to take care of our both mental and physical health. Let's see if there's another session that we missed here. QR codes, I believe. Is anyone here? QR codes, again, is with 2 moderators. I don't know why my name is listed here. This is their 2nd year. And it's all about QR codes and how you can use the QR codes in the classroom. It has to do with gaming. It's a lot like gaming. I don't know how Minecraft works at it, but with QR codes, it is about gaming and getting learners, both in the face-to-face and fully online, to be engaged with activities through their phones, through their mobile devices. And they're using a lot of very exciting technologies to capture the QR codes. It's a very hands-on with lots of interesting activities. And I think we've gone through everything. Have we missed anything here? Let me just check once again. There was Mubarak, I think you mentioned that mother tongue use in the EFL classroom, if someone was here or someone was coming. Have they turned up?
There are 2, Anna and Georgios.
Do you know anything about the session? Because
no, I personally don't.
Okay, does anyone know, maybe someone, one of the coordinating team members is mentoring mother tongue use in the EFL classroom? I think it's a very important topic.
Yes,
the whole idea of whether to use mother tongue, how much mother tongue, how much the teacher should speak in the foreign language, or not the foreign, the mother tongue in the classroom, and how to get learners to speak the target language. No one here?
Nellie? Don?
Okay, so these are, anyone here?
No, I was just going to say that Don Carroll was just talking in the text chat about that. I don't know if his mic is working, but he might have some opinions. He's translated from German.
Wonderful.
An
So maybe
article.
you can say a few words.
So just
want
to invite him in case he can.
Don, do you have your mic? Can you speak? That would be very interesting. There's so many wonderful sessions. I mean, personally, I'd love to join each one of them. I don't know if that's possible. Maybe it is for me.
Only two now.
I don't know. I get I've joined. Here we are. Okay, Dawn, is that you? Someone's there.
That's Dawn.
Oh, it is Dawn. Dawn, go ahead. I'll mute my mic so you can speak in case I'm interfering.
I'll do the same. Can't hear, but it was working earlier. We were having a great conversation right before the session.
Isn't that a lot like the weather? You never know how it's going to turn out.
Okay. Can we move to the following slides? Possibly.
I think we've gone through everything. No, we've gone through everything. So, Vaz, I'm going to let you speak now about the International TESOL Convention 2018. This is your part, Vance. Thank you.
Yeah, it's my part because I go to TESOL conferences, and I'm involved in webcasting from there, and obviously in Electronic Village Online. I've been a moderator since 2003, I think. Sorry, a coordinator. And we're having the people who organized the Electronic Village. That's the live place at TESOL, where at the conference, where there is actually a physical Electronic Village, and it's managed by CAL-IS, Computer Assisted Language Learning Intersection, and they're the ones in 2001 who had the idea to create an Electronic Village online. And so that's where all this comes from, but basically we're taking it back home to the actual physical conference in Chicago. And at first they wanted me to try to convene a panel moderators, people like the people who are here, to come to the conference and have a panel. So we presented it in that way, and we only got only Martha Ramirez was able to do that. So I decided to open it up online. So if a couple of us are there, we can, because we're streaming it anyway, we can bring in easily participants from elsewhere and put them up on the screen with their presentation materials, and it's almost really like a live conference, like you're really there. It works well with the audience. We've got it sort of worked out where it's a comfortable interaction. The audience can ask questions, and the presenters from anywhere there at the conference or online can answer them as well. So basically, I've set up a Google Doc where if you would like to join us online, you could come. It's at I think around midday in Chicago, so you'd have to be awake at that time. But if you want to put in, if you want to add your name to the document, we can communicate with you and try to get you into that program if you want. We have a few people who are there already. Actually, their names are already in the document. We were inviting people to come to the to get their names written in a program book. But there is a program book that's online as well. The CalIS is calis2018.pbworks.com. It's not populated just yet. Sorry. But anyway, that's where, if you did participate there, your information about your session would be online for people to see, and people all over the world could tune in and watch you talking about your session. So those links for the PB Works are here on the slide. This slideshow, the one that started, that's 17 or 18 slides or 20 slides long, the one that we've been showing, its link is at the announcement blurbs that you've read in Learning Together is one place it is, and where else did I post it? I can't remember exactly, but anyway, if you can find the link to these slides and go to the last slide and go to the Google Doc, and then you can participate if you want. So
sorry, Vance, we'll add the link of the slides, the Google Doc slides, to the EVO 18 community, the Google community, so that everybody can get it there.
I think I announced it there. Already. That's right, I announced it there. So yes,
you did. So it's there.
I announced it, but that's a good idea. There. Yeah, I can put the slides there. While I'm on too, I'd like to mention, I did mention Learning Together. Learning Together, that's me basically, is kind of hosting, because basically streaming, announcing, managing Blackboard Collaborate. Blackboard Collaborate is offered originally to webheads. You can see webheads learning times written at the top of the Blackboard Collaborate screen. And webheads is the group I started in 2002 as an EVO session in that year, and it's become a community of practice. And Learning Times has granted us use of this Blackboard Collaborate for the last 10 years or so. They renew it every year. It's something that EVO participants, EVO moderators, anybody really, can use it. There are instructions on how to use it at the slideshow, which is also in the announcement that you used to come to this session. So if you want to use it for your session, you can. We have many things. You can use Google Hangouts, things like that. Anyway, we had a training session in October where we informed moderators about how they can use these tools. But oh yes, so this is Learning Together, episode 380. This is the 14th of January, and 2018. And I always say those things, and Nellie knows that. Thank you, Nellie.
Thank you, Vance. Are there any questions, comments? If you'd like to grab the mic, feel free to do so. This is not a formal kickoff. It's our kickoff. That's you and us, everyone who's here. So feel free to grab the mic, ask a question, add a comment, anything about EVO for 2018. I've added a link to the community. It's a Google Plus community. Please join. You can ask questions there. You can get a list of all the EVO, all 14 EVO 18 sessions. That's our support form, so feel free to use it.
Carolina Buitrago is in chat.
Carolina's here?
Well, she's in chat wing. She wasn't able to make it into the EV to the Blackboard Collaborate session, but she's left an interesting comment regarding mother tongue use in the classroom. She says it's about the philosophical and pragmatic decisions teachers need to make about allowing students to use their mother tongue in the language classroom. Anna and Georgios led experiential learning last year, and they were really good. So if she were here, she would say that. So I've said it for her.
Okay. Excellent. I think we've gone through all the other sessions. Let me just check if we left anything out. Maybe a fair tester. Are you a fair tester? That's about online assessment, using various tools to assess learners. Now let's see, Nevis, could I find the info on Tuesday? Yes, exactly, Nevis. Yes, Vance, I believe Vance has added that. Right, Vance, you added about Chicago, about the...
what did I add?
The webinars from TESOL. You added it to the... I think you did. You added it to the Google Plus. I think you added it everywhere.
Okay.
To the moderators.
Sounds like a good thing.
If you're a moderator, it's on the Google Plus community. Yeah, from what I saw, you sent it to 3 different places. To EVO, to the moderators, and EVO 18. So, yeah.
Okay.
About Chicago, about the... what about this one? I don't think we discussed this one. Anyone here from classroom-based research? No representative? No moderator?
I was kind of their mentor.
Anybody know anything about it?
Well, yeah.
Is the mentor here?
Yes,
Are you the mentor?
yes, I was, this is Vance. I was their mentor, just keeping them, because making sure that they touched the...
So maybe you can tell us a little bit. Can you tell us a little bit about?
Well, obviously, they have quite a lot of people who are, and a program for, they have lots of live sessions set up. So some of these names that you see here are going to be giving sessions. I can't remember what they use for their platform, but of course you can find, if you're interested in classroom-based research, they seem to be, it's not the first year they've done it. They did it last year, and they seem to have a really high-powered, competent team. So if you're interested in classroom-based research and improving your skills, I would recommend them, because having worked with them, I see that they're quite serious in the way they set up their materials and and it's been tried and tested, so they did it before. So looks like an interesting session. I was attracted to it. That's why I asked to be their moderator, their mentor. Sorry. Okay.
There's also this one. We haven't talked about this either. Even though I saw Mercedes before, but I don't see her anymore, unless she's still here. Is she here? She did come in before, but I see that some people have already left.
To add to what I just said, Carolina is talking in the text chat about the research, classroom-based research. She says their session is amazing. They share practical tools to start your research project. They give you all the steps you need to follow, from designing the research question to writing up the results. So sounds like I was right in my assessment. And yes, and it works through a Facebook page. That's right. So what Martha Ramirez just reminded me of that in Chatwing. They're feeding their materials out to people who are really interested in working with them, and that's why they're using a Facebook group. So you have to join their Facebook page, and then you interact with them. They sort of, does anybody remember what platform they're using? Were they using Schoology or something like that? I'm asking my chat. Anyway, those were comments from people who've been in their session already, from the Chatwing chat. But there's a lot of people who weren't able to make it into Blackboard Collaborate, and a lot of them have passed by Chatwing, and Neva's actually managed to get into Blackboard just in time.
So, Vance, can you ask them if they know anything about teacher, trainer, coach? It's a new EVO session. We've got 2 new ones. The Business for a Better World.
I think they're following the stream.
Teacher, trainer, coach, developing.
Yeah, I think you might have just asked them. Chatwing group, did you hear Nellie's question? She wants to know if anybody knows anything about teacher, trainer, coach, developing the business English profession. Any comments in the Chatwing chat?
Marjorie Rosenberg is the ex-president of ITEFL. These are all, as far as I know, Sue Ann is coordinating it, and everybody else here is a presenter. They're presenting on different topics that are connected to being a teacher, trainer, and coach. I think the idea is that that's what business English should be about. It should be about coaching. Should be interesting. All right, so I think that's it. We've gone through everything in that case, unless someone wants to say anything. Have we reached that time, Ben? Look at my watch.
Well,
yes, we
depends.
have.
Right? Yes, it's 15.
Mark.
15, yeah.
Listen, another kickoff.
All right, yeah.
We've done it. Okay, so I'd like to thank everyone. Thank you, Vance, Vance for hosting this, Mubarak for the leadership you've been providing as the coordinator.
Pleasure. Thank you.
And the hard work that you've been doing these past months in getting everything ready. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Nelly. You have been working very hard this time. This session. We let the burden all on you. How are you back? So.
I'm kidding. Yeah. No, I know you've been very busy. What's nice, by the way, those of you who are taking sessions, who will be moderating next year, you're invited. If you've been moderating EVO, you're invited to join the coordinating team. We need, as who mentioned it, new blood. I think it was John Graney who mentioned new blood. We need new blood. So you're welcome to join the coordinating team. Just feel free to volunteer.
Okay.
These are all volunteer.
Thank you very much, Nelly. This
and
is very
everyone's invited.
Successful, and this is very great. Well, thank you, Vance, too, for being always the home for any live session and any kickoff session. So thank you very much for all the great collaboration.
Yeah, Blackboard collaborate. Thank you.
Thank you all the participants, the coordinators, GA. Yeah.
We will get a recording from this.
And we need to leave the room.
Yes,
right?
we do. That's correct.
The recording will be available, right, Van?
Yes.
Okay, thank you all.
It will be in the community.
Yeah.
It will be in the Google.
I think the stream has been very erratic. It's quite likely to have stopped recording at some point. But I'll just make a Camtasia recording or something like that, or try to render it from the Blackbird, from the Illuminate Publish software. I'll try to render it from that.
You always manage.
Somehow, yeah, we always do, don't we?
Yes, we always manage, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can't find where to leave. How do I get that?
Oh yeah. So what Nellie is saying is that for the recording to be made, everyone has to leave the room. So we have to say goodbye to everybody. Last call. In fact, we're finishing last call. So everyone has to leave, and I have to stay here. The moderator has to stay here and be the last one out and turn out the lights, and then the recording actually goes to Illuminate. So we can't
Yeah,
leave.
thanks, Vance.
If you don't leave, Vance is going to have to sleep here until you go.
Well, actually, there's a
We won't be
tool.
able to.
There's a moderator tool that allows you
Yeah.
to boot people who are away from their
Yeah.
computers. So
Please don't boot anyone.
Don't fall asleep
Just
here.
sleep here until everyone leaves. Okay.
yeah, it's not quite as bad as being killed by a spider in Minecraft, but it's just a gentle.
Oh my gosh.
Off you go.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, quit Blackboard, collaborate.
Okay, goodbye.
Okay. So anyway, nice to meet everybody, and I'll go ahead and stop the recording. Good night, everybody.
Recording stopped.
Here's Beth Evans. That was the name I couldn't remember earlier. Beth, nice to see you. Are you still there? I'm still streaming, but I'm going to stop the stream. Goodbye to the stream. This is Learning Together, episode 380, 14th of January 2018, and we are stopping the stream, and we've already stopped the event. And the stream is actually working right now. Hate to stop it. Okay, why not? Stop on a good note. Leave 'em laughing, my grandfather always used to say. Bye-bye.